Let's see the quick demo of .NET Aspire 13.2 with new features. So here I just build one applications which using 13.2 Aspire, which using TypeScript host. So here my application is running which front end and back end and complete hosting with that TypeScript. So this is my back end, this is my front end, and here also you can see that comparison of that C sharp host file along with TypeScript host file. So yeah, those are things we will try to implement in here. So yeah, let's moving to start implementation. So before we start implementation, I'm especially recommend, so if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel which is .NET real world example, and in here you can just search for Aspire. So you will get many contents previously we have done over here. So whatever that 13 features is coming off, and then other how we can build that complete application in .NET Aspire, front end, back end, Python, all that, and other. Then also if you want to learn over here, AI integration of any application, and game development, mobile development, front end, back end as a full stack developer, so you can learn many things. So now moving start to implementations. First of all, let me open a command prompt and let me zoom it, and in here simply I can just check Aspire version. So if you see over here, now I already installed 13.2, which is newly introduced, which has that new features. So if you don't have, so simply you can just install that first, actually that Aspire. So for that actually I'm going to with this PowerShell script, this PowerShell command, and in here actually there is a one, let me zoom it. Yeah, so this is that command actually for PowerShell command. So simply you can just install the Aspire. Once you install, so definitely you will see this Aspire, and then you can just check that version. So make sure this version is available. So after that you can just start your implementation. And before also this Aspire installation, I must also recommend you have to install your .NET SDK as well. So yeah, that ensure like .NET, at least .NET 10 should be installed on here. So once you're done, now setup is done. Now what I'll do, simply I'll just create that project in TypeScript project in Aspire. So for that, either you can just open it to Visual Studio or VS Code, or directly create it over here. So I'll just create it over here. So let me just clear out everything and move it to my original folder. So here I'll just go to my this directory, and simply is we have that Aspire. So yeah, let me just open it Aspire, and simply I can just use that new. So once you Aspire new, so see whatever the default template, they just provide it over here. And best part actually for 13.2, actually they just introduce, see, this React or Express React, and even that startup of that, this one, TypeScript AppHost. So this is the big change actually, or big features over here in .NET Aspire. So yeah, that we will try to create this project. So yeah, there is a couple of way. Either you can directly use this empty TypeScript AppHost, or you can directly create that inbuilt TypeScript project. So here I'll just go with this Express slash React template, which have that React application along with API, and which will use completely app host of TypeScript, not C sharp TypeScript. So it is not dependent any .NET package and all. So simply it will use that that Node.js and complete TypeScript and all. So yeah, that we will try to use. So simply I can use this template, or there is one command actually, either I can show you. So simply let me zoom it again. So if you want to create a project, simply you can just use this command like Aspire new, then specify this is the template like Aspire TS started, and this is your solution name, and this is your project name. So output directory where you want to here. So yeah, this is that another way, but yeah, I'll just go with the simple way which already I have. So I'll just use this and hit enter. So once you hit enter, now see they're asking to project name itself. So yeah, I'll just keep this project name like Aspire dash app with type TS. I think that is fine, and hit enter. And also where is you want to path, so I'll just keep it same. And then it is asking to which deb deb localhost you want to use it as a local URL. So yeah, I'll not want to use as of now. Simply set as a no. And once you're done, now I think we are good. Now they are asking to another configuration. So see, if you want to use, would you like to configure AI agent environment? So yeah, later on we will try to use this one, but as of now I'll just skip that. And once you're done, now see, my project got created. Okay, so once my project got created, I can just simply go to this directory, aspire, then app.ts, right, and go to in there, and I'll just simply open in a BS Code, or if you want, so you can open it in your Visual Studio. So yeah, let me open it as of now. So now if you see, let me little zoom it. Yeah, so my project got opened over here, right, and in here you can see this two part over here. This one is the API, one is the front end, and another one is that in TypeScript app host, so which is newly introduced. So see, if previously if you see, we can able to create backend as a TypeScript, or front end also, as I use the Node.js API and TypeScript sorry yeah, TypeScript application front end, so that we can achievable, but using this app host as a .cs extension, which is provide .net, right? But now this is that big change. Now they completely change. No need .net framework and all in here. So everything we can utilize in the TypeScript over here. So now you can see this is everything actually related to the TypeScript code. So yeah, now we just use import aspire.js file from these modules, and then we can just orchestrate all that project, like backend as a front end, and also um, API, right? And then finally we can run our application over here. So this is perfect, right? And yeah, so what I'll do, I'll simply run this one application. So yeah, either you can run directly, or you can just go with this here. I'll just use this same one, like aspire run. Okay, so this actually this aspire CLI also will help to everything, like if you want to run application, if you want to add that package, if you want to deploy your package, so that will help everything. So yeah, simply I can try to run it. So now my application got running, and it is just providing this URL, listening URL. So I can simply click on that, and once you click on that, now I can able to see the dashboard. So now it's dashboard over here, and yeah, it is just waiting and it's running, and also front end is waiting. So yeah, let's finish them. Perfect. Now I'm able to see my application got running, both front end and back end, right? So I can just simply open it, and once you open it, now see my application is running, also getting a record, like this is that API coming from API. So where is my API? This is my API, and if I just open it over here, now see it is asking to that API endpoint, right? So which endpoint actually over here, so that we can just see over here. I think it is coming from, okay, let me check that here. So if you go to that API, and this API section sr folder index.ts file, and I can see this is my API actually. So I can just simply use this API endpoint to get that response on my API. So go back to here, and this is my endpoint, and if I just use this one, hit enter, now see I'm getting that response, API response in this my API as well, which is backend API. Correct. So yeah, like this way actually, it just create application and bind this this API endpoint over here in this front end application, get that response. And in here also you can see that nice scrap over also here, like how it's actually working over there, that complete things. And if you see that that logs and all, also it is allowed to show all that nice logging mechanism over here, like front end, back end, everything. Even if you want to see that structure log, so all that structural logs also will be available here. Yeah, right now I don't think so anything's over here, but yeah, I think this is fine. I also see this is the trace log, so where you can see trace like complete application logs and all. So yeah, I think this is the way, and this is the new feature actually which is introduced over here. And yeah, apart from this I don't think so anything is new over here. But yeah, one more thing actually I would like to show you. Like, see, this is that completely app.host.ts file. There is a no .NET extension and all, right? And there is a no .NET package are referred, right? So yeah, in the 13.2 also, let me try to create another project which is related to .NET, and then we'll show you that comparison actually, that app.host.ts file and app.cs file. Okay, and apart from this I think other things is pretty much no, similar, but only the change actually now this TypeScript app host over here in 13.2. So yeah, let me just create that also. So for that, let me just close that, or even actually I can just close aspire or aspire command also, but yeah, leave it that. So let me go back to my root folder, and again I can just simply aspire new. And yeah, if you want to create, so see there is another one also which will use this, Python with the React.js. And yeah, along with also we have yeah, with Blazor also we have a React with .NET as well. Let me try to Blazor with .NET. Okay, so simply hit enter, project wise, aspire uh, .NET and Blazor. Yeah, I think this is perfectly fine. Let me create a project. No. And yeah, do you want to rediscuss? No. And do you want to create a test project? No. And also if you want to AI agent environment? No. And yeah, it is just detect template using 13.2. This is perfect fine, and hit enter. So now if you cd go to that aspire.net, so yeah, go to here and open it in VS Code. So let me little bigger over here, zoom it, and yeah, see over here now is .NET app host is over there. Also this is for web applications, and this is my API applications, right? So if you see, this is completely using CS file and all everything. And also app host, if you see, this is that app host, right? And this app host clearly use that .NET environment and everything, right? So yeah, this is the difference actually. So if you show you side by side, so if you go to here, sorry, yeah, so here and here, so you can clearly see over here the differences. So simply use this, project reference over here, that for .NET, but here same similar kind of things, but using completely of TypeScript. So yeah, this is that new feature actually introduced. Yeah, so I think that pretty much good for this session. But yeah, in upcoming session we will try to deploy it as well, like how quickly we can deploy this both application, like .NET and a C# host application in Aspire, and also TypeScript host environment. Okay, so both we will try to deploy in Azure, as well as local Docker container, and also that we will try to do in next session. But yeah, till now, thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.